Good evening. Today, we delve into a looming threat. For one of the world's most influential tech companies, Google, once celebrated for its dominance in search engines and the vast ecosystem that it has built over the years, the company now faces a dire possibility of forced breakup. This comes on the heels of multiple antitrust lawsuits, and if things go south, it could mark the end of Google as we know it. The U.S. Department of Justice has been pressing for a split within Google's business, targeting key areas such as Chrome, Android, and even the Google advertising network. This could be a serious blow to Google's long-standing control over the tech ecosystem. With $2 trillion in market value, Google has become more than just a search engine company, it's a global tech powerhouse. Yet, the company now finds itself under intense scrutiny, with federal prosecutors pushing for a sale of several parts of its empire to curb its monopolistic power. However, a bold new analysis from Gil Luria, a tech analyst at D.A. Davidson & Company, suggests that Google may need to embrace a breakup in order to thrive. According to Luria, Google's ecosystem has become a sprawling collection of disparate products: Waymo, YouTube, Google Cloud, Search, and its advertising network. While all these components contribute to Google's multi-billion-dollar revenue, they are now largely disconnected and don't contribute to one unified vision. Luria estimates that if Google were to break into separate entities, the combined worth of those entities could exceed $3.7 trillion, which is nearly double the current market valuation. Waymo, a subsidiary focused on autonomous vehicles, could alone be valued at $1 trillion, given its potential and the growing self-driving car industry. Meanwhile, YouTube, often considered the Netflix competitor, could command a valuation similar to that of Netflix itself, especially in the eyes of Wall Street investors. But breaking up Google isn't just a financial maneuver. Luria suggests that it could lead to increased competition, spurring innovation in areas like search and video platforms. Engineers, now unencumbered by the monolithic structure of Google, could drive new breakthroughs like the original Google search, which left users amazed more than 25 years ago. Luria points out that Google's board is unlikely to pursue this drastic step immediately, with the probability sitting at under 10%. However, with antitrust actions gaining momentum, the likelihood of a split is increasing. Google is currently in discussions with Judge Amit Mehta to reduce penalties for its illegal online search monopolistic behavior. However, many in the investment community see a breakup as an opportunity to unlock significant value for shareholders. Interestingly, there is historical precedent for this type of breakup. In the 1980s, AT&T, the national telecommunications giant, fought for years against the U.S. government's antitrust actions. Fearing a loss, AT&T agreed to divest itself, breaking up into 7 regional companies while retaining its long-distance services. Despite this, the competition remained active for years. As things stand, Google has not directly commented on these developments. A spokesperson referred to a blog post stating that splitting up key products like Chrome and Android would harm businesses and compromise security. However, many experts believe that breaking up Google could not only unlock immense value, but also stimulate competition in a way that will benefit consumers and the technology landscape in the long run. But the challenge here is more than just fairness or leveling the playing field. It's a risky move with potentially far-reaching consequences. Splitting Google could fragment the digital experience, resulting in disconnected platforms, lower quality services, and more complications with managing personal data. Worse still, the restructuring could lead to higher costs for consumers, as some services may no longer be free, and increased ads could become the new norm to recoup revenue losses. Moreover, Google's influence is not limited to the U.S. The company is integral to global digital infrastructure, and a potential breakup could create ripple effects in markets worldwide. China and other countries are rapidly building their own domestic tech ecosystems, and a weakened Google could result in the West losing its competitive advantage on the global stage. If the US government succeeds in breaking up Google, it could set a massive precedent for future antitrust actions against other major tech players like Amazon, Meta, and Apple, all of which are also under scrutiny. This could spark a broader trend of decapitation in the tech world, where companies are forced to break up instead of being encouraged to innovate or adjust. The outcome of these proceedings will shape the future of big tech. Whether Google faces a breakup or adapts its practices remains to be seen. But it's clear that the digital ecosystem is undergoing significant shifts that could redefine the power dynamics in the tech industry. Thank you for joining us this evening, and stay tuned for further developments as we continue to follow this groundbreaking issue.